Hello, 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 good morning. How are we today? Um, Another miserable morning. You can probably hear Craig playing piano. He's practicing Moonlight Sonata. I think he's got to the end of it. It's been a bit of a 3-week project. He's a bit of a Beethoven super fan, so you can probably hear a little bit of Moonlight Sonata this morning. Anyway, good morning. I've not got my cuppa because I'll turn this off and I'll put it this way because I've been up since about 5 o'clock this morning, so not looking my best today because I've been awake since just one of those mornings when you're wide awake. So let me get my camera straight and sorted and everything because you know it bugs me when I've not got it right. So yeah, been awake since. Yeah, I think I've had 3 coffees and 2 teas so far. Ready with a tea and brownie? Oh, well, I've had a piece of cake only because I made an apple and walnut cake on Sunday, which is a gorgeous recipe. And anyway, at 8 o'clock, I think it was, we'd already had about 3 drinks. And Craig said, "Do you want a cup of tea and a piece of cake?" I'd not had anything to eat at that point. So I don't know about buzzing, Linda. I've got a Zoom class 7 till 9 tonight, and I'm going to have an afternoon nap today. I've got to go to the post office and take some stuff. So I've got all my stuff ready this morning to do the card with you. But yeah, I'm not firing. Let's just say I'm not firing on all cylinders probably. So let's see who's on. Hi Linda, hi Julie, hi Sheila, hi Lorraine, hi Fiona, hi Paula, hi Ali, hi Laurie, hi Geraldine, and hi Ali too. So if you could do a thumbs up, that would be brilliant. And I want to say happy birthday to my lovely customer and friend Jill today. I don't know if she's watching today. I mean, it is a birthday, so she probably is busy. But anyway, happy birthday to Jill. So we are here with and hi to Julie. I hope you're feeling a lot better now, Julie. Julie from Pudsey. Hope you're on the road to recovery, and Glenys too. So we're on round 6, week 3, which is week 28 of Coffee and Card Online. Week 28. And I've got to go through the next round at the end of this. I've got quite a few things to go through actually. So I've got 2 different versions of today's, but we are doing the one in your pack is this one. Now we are doing a slimline card. This is called a slimline card, and it is in inches, and I will measure this. So it's 8.5 long by 7 wide, and then you score at 3.5. Now you only get one out of an A4, so I don't make a lot of these because it's not as cost effective, but I thought it was a bit nicer to do, and you should have had one of these longer envelopes or an A5 envelope in your kit. A bigger envelope anyway. So these are 2 versions I've got. The difference being, as you know, I'm quite a number of people doing the coffee and card chose to have the upgrade, and with their die cutting machine they've gone for the addition of the dies to add some texture and to cut them out. And for future crafting, for my avid crafters, which when I say avid crafters, it's a term that we use within Stampin' Up actually. Avid crafters are crafters who like to have it all, or who've got, you know, they've been let's say established crafters. And you know, not everybody has a machine to cut things out, but hey, Christmas is coming and Julie's got a wish list service for Christmas, so I shall talk about that at the end. So anyway, we're going to do a card without the dies, because I'm doing it without the dies for people without them, but I will tell the people with the dies, well, I think you know now how to do it, but this time we're not going to cut it out, okay? So in your pack, now you can tell me if I'm right, because you've got Occasion Craze card base, then you've got a Very Vanilla and a Mint Macaron matte and layer. You should have a piece of the gorgeous textured mint macaron ribbon, which I love, and it might be useful to have some double-sided tape. I can't find mine, so I'm going to have to use washi tape today. And you've also got a piece of linen thread. I think we've used this every week. It goes perfectly with this suite. And then, now I've got 2 of these left. I don't know if I put, because sometimes I put 2 in case you have an error or make an error. Yeah, you don't have an error, do you? You make an error. Anyway, yeah, you make an error of judgment. Yeah. So if you have a problem, but you've only got 1, all right. Well, I've just thrown. Okay, you've only got 1. So I wasn't so generous. It just must have been that I've overpunched. You can use the emergency side though if you do make an error. Right, I've just realised I've not got my dies out, but I think the people with the dies, I will explain how to do it. So, dies or no dies, we are going to do some stamping. And if you haven't got a mat, one of these mats in your craft stash yet, I mean mine is rather grotty, and I would probably put it under your paper, and I put it portrait or vertically so that you can stamp here, all right? And what I'm going to do is, and I did clean my stamps before I came on air this morning. I do feel quite what's the word? I do feel rather I don't know, I can't think of the word. I'm pleased with myself anyway. Hi Kath, I do feel rather pleased with myself for doing that. I'm just tearing off it. I don't know why I've decided to just do that. But anyway, what I'm going to do first, I'm all a bit 6s and 7s today. I'm going to copy this card because I'm a bit like you. I want to copy the card that I made before because I was happy with that card. Now, if you're doing like an all-over pattern like this, we're sort of almost creating, not superior, I do feel rather like a bit, not big-headed, but I'm rather pleased with myself. Anyway, Sheila, it'll come to me and then the video will have finished. So I would start with the biggest leaf, and I've just got mint macaron on that. So I'm going to ink up my stamp with the mint macaron, with the mint ink. And I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm trying to wear mint today. I've tried to wear colours that are go with the cards or are autumnal. So I'm going to do this about, it's probably a third of the way, I don't know. It's not quite half, but anyway, you're going to see a lot of this one, yeah? I'm feeling rather chuffed with myself. Smug, that, yeah, I'm feeling smug, Fiona, yeah, that's the word. But very Yorkshire is I'm feeling rather chuffed with myself. And, you know, my grandma was the best person for Yorkshire isms. She was so Yorkshire through and through, and proud of it. So I've done just 2 leaves in the top corner there. And then I'm going to do a partial one, just popping up here at the bottom. Like that, okay? Now, I shall leave that ink pad open because I could, here I've done an extra one as a filler. Now I'm going to use the next leaf, and I'm going to use my Early Espresso ink pad, which is the darker one. Now, if you don't have a dark brown, I suggest that you do this next one in full strength Cajun Craze. So full strength ink, and then when you come to do this smaller one, you ink it up and then stamp it onto a piece of scrap to do sort of second strength stamp off. So I'm going to ink up the early espresso, and I'm going to try and fit it in there. Ooh. Just look at that, just fit it in there. And then thinking I'm going to put that little one there. So I want some early espresso over here. Oh, Beethoven's back on. I want some there. Okay. And I'm going to have a tiny bit just here. And you can change the angle. There, like that. All right. I don't want any more of that, so I'm going to close that up, that one. Check the hands, and I have got a wipe ready. Fiona, I hope you're very impressed. Even though I'm absolutely shattered, I've seemed quite prepared today. Although I can't find my double-sided tape, which I need to investigate that. Yeah, smug. Smug was the word. We got there eventually. But I am chuffed too. So I'm going to take the Cajun Craze and the smallest leaf. Little taps in the ink. I'm going to pop that there. Ooh, you see that's quite dark. Does dry a bit lighter though. Oh, I've got hair. I'm molting, I think. Craig says, why? Oh, look at that. I've done that a bit wrong. Let me see if I can get it back on. Oh, not bad. Nearly had a faux pas then. Yeah, Craig said, why does your hair get everywhere? Honestly, I've got such thick dark hair. It drops out. I have to be careful not to pack a hair in the craft kits. I'm so careful with the sanitising. You see now I have got a little gap there. I'm so paranoid about it. Look, when I'm doing the kits, I've got about 4 of these at the studio, Body Shop, coconut hand cleanse gel. Honestly, it is the best one. I've only got about, hang on a minute, I've got half left. I've got that on my desk all the time, and your hands smell of coconut. And then I've got Satsuma hand cream, because my hands are, and they're on my desk all the time. And I'm just going to pop, I don't even need to stamp the whole, I'm just going to stamp one leaf, I think, just popping in there like that, just to give it a little bit more colour and not a big gap. Yeah, I just don't want a big gap of cream space there. So now, people who have the leaf dies, this is where you need to do yours a little bit different. You don't want to be gluing yours down now. So let me see if I can reach over, find my leaf dies. You do know it's going to be the last pack that I reach. Hang on. I do need those actually. None of those are the leaves. Maybe these are them. Did they come in a big pack or a... Oh, here we are. So what you would do now... Oh, look, and I knew I'd do that, move my camera. What you would do now is, this is where you're going to go to your machine, but we're not... You do it as if you're going to cut out, so the same plates and everything, yeah, because it's the same type of dies, but you're only going to take the inner one. You're not going to take that because it'll cut it out, so don't take that out. So now what you need to be aware of, have I lost a die, or is it snuck down the back? It looks like I've lost a die, haven't I? Oh no, it just must. Right. What you need to be aware of is you're going to have to do this more than one time because you've got more than one leaf. But what you can do is get your die cutter out and put on 3 of them. So that can go through your machine and it will do the stitches on your card. Then you'll take it out, you'll take those off and they'll have the stitches on, and then you'll move them to another one. Yeah. Like that. And then you'll do it again until you've done all your stitches. Yep. I hope that explains that. I'm just putting mine away so you can be doing that now. So the other folks who don't have the dies, we can now glue this to our piece of mint macaron. Oh, what a miserable day is today. I've not been out on the bike since Friday. Because not really been the weather. We did get caught in 2 rain showers on Friday as well, which was really fun. We did go out for a nice meal on Friday actually. Second time in like 7 months. Okay, so we've stuck that on there. And then we're going to pop this about 1/3 of the way up, and I'm not going to put tape on it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it over. Now, if you have some kind of tape, tape works better with ribbon. If you've only got sellotape, then you can do this with sellotape. And what you do is you bring it over one piece like that and tape it down, and then really tightly, make sure, try and get it straight. Make sure it's really tight. Now this tape is only like a low tack one, so I don't want to pull too hard when I'm, and then you're going to do that, alright? Okay. And then we can do a bit of stamping on here. Now, I know what my ladies are like, and I know that the greetings on this stamp set are not always probably what we'd want to say. But, you know, I look at some of them and I think your friendship is something I know I can count on. Obviously, that's not going to fit in there. But I have got friends that I do count on their friendship, so I could send that to someone. And I have got people, I'm so glad you're in my life. I'm going to use I Thought of You today. And you know what? I am actually, and I challenge you to do this, because on the 3rd of October it was World Card Making Day. Now, we're making all these cards, but are we sending them? Oh, look, I've just found that die that I thought I'd lost. Are we sending these cards that we're making? So I am going to make this one, and I'm going to send it to my friend. And she doesn't watch this. And I'm going to send it to my friend who loves a handmade card. I'm going to send it to my friend Wendy, who is my hairdresser, but she's my friend too. And she's been on a course for doing hair, doing updos, so not for cutting. We're all really quiet this morning on the chats. So I'm just going to stamp that on here. She's been on a course in London. For learning how to do updos, you know, like event hair and things. She's just trying to increase her skills instead of, you know, not just cutting and everything. But so I've been wondering how she's got on that course, because I know she was in 2 minds whether to go and everything like that, and she'd booked it and was really looking forward to it. And it wasn't cheap. Well, it's in London and she had to have a hotel and everything. So I'm going to send her this and say, I'd love to, can't wait to hear how you got on your course. So what I'm going to do now, that's going to, let me just see what I've done with that. Yeah, I've used small. I am going to thread this linen, because we didn't put glue down on this, under that mint macaron. Poke it through with some scissors. Yep. And then I just like to do this because I just think it's a nice design. We're all really quiet this morning. It's a nice design feature, but I've just like to tie that in a bow and nip. Can you see it sort of pulls the ribbon in a little bit? I just think that it's a nice, you're busy, Fiona. It's just a nice, I like doing that. So I come in about 3/4 of an inch, so you can see it, you know. Just tie it in a bow. Now, you don't need to do those bunny ears bows with this. So nip it in like that. Actually, shall I zoom in? And then we've got a little bow like that, and you can trim it. Obviously it's going the other way when you turn it around, but I like that. Yeah, let me zoom out. I like that. So I shall trim it with my ribbon scissors. And what I'm going to do here is stick that on. Now, I don't really want to stick it to the ribbon because the ribbon's not stuck down, all right? I want to sort of almost stick it to the edge of the ribbon. So I am going to, I've just dropped my ribbon scissors. I have mini foam pads, dimensionals, or normal. Now you can cut the sides off the normal ones or use the miniature ones. And I'm going to pop a few along. Oh, thanks, Paula. You can do this with any background stamp. You'd like a card like this, wouldn't you, Paula, saying I thought of you today? You'd send a card like that, wouldn't you, to tell someone you thought of them? I don't think we do that enough, you know. And then I am going to pop that. So I want to see a little bit of ribbon at this side as well. I don't want to pop it right to the edge. I just like to see that ribbon there at that side. So that's going to stick down there like that. Now, and because I've put it right to the edge, it is stuck to the card rather than being stuck to the ribbon that's not stuck to the card, if that makes sense. And then I am going to glue this to my card base. Craig and I have been doing some work on our YouTube channels this morning since we've been up. We've been, oh, that's beautiful, Paula. A nurse at the Vatican Hospital in Rome. Oh, that's gorgeous. That's, oh, I feel really touched that it's gonna go to Rome. Yeah, we've been up, but we've been proactive and we've utilised our time, and we've done some work on our YouTube channels, doing some behind the scenes admin on it. And if anybody doesn't subscribe to Craig's channel, it's now in the description of my video. Or I can type it in actually. And for those of you who don't know, Craig's my partner and he plays beautiful piano, and you can find him on YouTube there. So please do subscribe. And he does have music for sale. There you go, relaxing music for stress relief and meditation and mindfulness. Right, so that is today's card. I do want to talk about YouTube, and I want to say thank you, because something I've been working on since before lockdown. When lockdown started, I had about 1,000 viewing hours on my YouTube channel, and you need to have 4,000 viewing hours for YouTube to start, they call it monetizing, for YouTube to start putting ads on your videos and paying you a little bit. And that's something that I've been working towards, building up my channel. And every day I check the stats, and I've been WhatsApping my youngest son Evan, because he's like my business guru, because he's doing A-level business at school. And yesterday I hit 4,000 viewing hours. So I'm waiting for an email from YouTube now to say that I can apply to be a monetized video channel. So I'm grateful for that, for you watching and crafting along and re-watching. And, you know, these videos, the Thursday night videos with Craig, have really helped. So thank you for all of your support. And they are today's cards. You've been binge watching. Bless him, my son's been putting the videos on as well in the background when he's doing his homework and everything. So yeah, it's something I've been working on. My target was to try and do it by the end of September, but I did it yesterday. So I was only like 12 days off. Oh, thanks, Lorraine. So yeah, that's today's card. I will show you next week's. I can't believe it's like week 4 next week. So we need to get cracking with bookings for the next round. I would love it if you could join me. This is next week's card. Not much stamping, but quite a little bit of cutting out next week. So that's next week's card. A little bit different, focuses on the papers. So yeah, that's next week's. So next round of coffee and card. What I've tried to do is I loved this stamp set when I first saw it, and people were saying, will you do a class with this? Will you do a class with it? So I am going to be using it in the Pines, and I'm going to be making some vintage cards. Quite a lot of inky techniques with this one, but I've tried to do it so that you do need quite a few greens for this to be effective, but I've tried to do it so that people who've joined in Coffee and Card before were using the greens that you've already would have. Excuse me. And there's no papers included. So I've tried to keep the cost down. However, the stamp set this time was £20. I think the leaves one was 17. So in this one, you're going to get this stamp set and the crumb cake ink, which is this colour, card. Really popular neutral colour. Now, if you've already got the crumb cake, you can substitute for a different colour. That's fine. But the other inks that you would need would be mint macaron, which is the one we've used today, that you've got in today's kit, the green. You would need shaded spruce, which we used if you did the fern class with me, with the lovely fern papers, remember that one? And mossy meadow, which some of you might not have. You don't maybe have to have mossy, but it would be good to have it. But what I've done is, because I'm not including papers, and because a lot of people have been really good on coming to collect it, I've done a cheaper price for collecting. So it's a little bit cheaper next time. It's £32 for collecting, and that's with the one ink pad, this. And it's £34 for posting with this. You're going to get some bits of sponges as well, because there's going to be cut up, because there's going to be lots of sponging. Now, if you want ink pads, it's an extra £7, and if you want dies, then the price is on there for the dies. But you can book for this on events.pip. So, shall I show you a couple of the cards? I don't like to show everything. So, this is one of the cards that we're going to be making. So, as you can see, these are a lot more vintagey. The last Christmas cards that we did with the houses were very fresh, modern, young. I don't mean, I'm not, but they were fresh, young as in trendy, I suppose what I'm saying. These are a little bit, not old-fashioned, but I'm going down the vintage route. How many times can I say the word vintage? Oh, look, I've done that little technique again here with the ribbon. So, bit of embossing and bit of inking over the embossing there to make it pop. So yeah, that is one of the cards that we're going to be doing. And here is another one that we're going to be doing. So again, lots of inking to make it look old and vintage and a bit worn looking. So that is that. And oh, hi Carol. I would love it if you could book on. I've not got many booked on for that yet. And I will need to be, I probably need to close the orders next week for that. What else have I got going on? I've got a class on Saturday that you can watch. Obviously, we've got paper crafts and piano on Thursday. I'm doing my Another Peace and Joy class on Saturday. So if you want to craft along with me on Saturday, these are the cards. Okay. That's on Saturday. And then next Saturday, and I'm closing booking off for this very soon, I've got my stamper stack with the lovely reds and greens, and you get loads included. This is next Saturday. Ta-da. Okay, that's next week. Oof, loads to tell you. You love which card? The one you've made today, Fiona? Don't forget to send me pictures. I'll put a picture on the group. And then finally, I've got a blends. I can take that map. I've started a blends club now. A lot of people don't have the blends or worried about starting a collection or the cost. So I'm starting a blends club. Well, I've started it. So this month in October, you get 3 lots of pens. Each month it's £29 posted or 27 collected, and you get 3 packs of pens, and that you can swap these out, but they've been decided for a reason. Now you can either, and you're going to get 2 sheets of card in matching colours plus thick whisper white. But there's also an option to have a stamp set included. And for this month, to go with these pens, it's the Basket of Blooms. And yesterday I started doing some projects just to give ideas for the blends. So this is one of the cards that I've made that I was rather pleased with the blends. Oops. It's a bit close, hope you like that. So I've actually made a few. And I will have a special Facebook group for the Blends Club people that I'm just in the process of setting up. It's there in the background, but I haven't invited people to it yet. So that is the Blends Club, and that will change each month. And I think that's all for today. I've managed to go over half an hour this morning. 11:03, so please do send me pictures through of your stuff. If you want to join the next coffee and card, I would love that. And you can book on my website, and I will hopefully see you. I can zoom back out now. I hopefully see you. Oh, hi Carrie, and thank you. Hopefully see you online on Thursday night. And yeah, keep crafting and keep safe, and I will see you very, very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.